Welcome to another recent crime news episode with me, Tamsin Leigh. Show notes and sources can be found in the description. Don't forget to like and follow for more recent crime news and deep dive episodes from me. You can also follow my Patreon page to keep up with the latest happenings with the show. A radiologist claims he drove his car off a California cliff with his family inside in January 2023 because he suffered a psychotic break, which compelled him to believe that his children were being trafficked. On January 2nd, 2023, Dharmesh Patel allegedly drove his Tesla off a 250-foot cliff at Devil's Slide, where his wife and two children, who were 7 and 4 years old at the time, were inside. Devil's Slide is a stretch of treacherous, rocky coastline located on Highway 1, roughly 15 minutes south of San Francisco. At the time of the incident, Nia, Patel's wife, told paramedics that her husband intentionally tried to kill us. She was hospitalized along with her 7-year-old daughter, while the 4-year-old son only sustained bumps and bruises. Authorities were able to interview 2 witnesses who were able to provide them with what they had seen. They were also able to find surveillance footage from the nearby Tom Lantos tunnels, which clearly shows his car coming out of the tunnel, going up the hill, making a right turn off the road into a dirt area at the top, and then a sharp right turn down and over the edge and down the cliff. Patel was subsequently arrested after the incident and charged with 3 counts of attempted murder. Doctors for the defense allegedly stated that Patel suffered from major depressive disorder and was experiencing a psychotic break at the time. Patel pleaded not guilty, claiming that his Tesla experienced tire issues when he drove off the cliff, which witnesses discredited when they claimed he showed no signs of slowing down before the accident. A police report also ruled out a potential vehicle malfunction. He is currently seeking mental health diversion. If granted, he would be released from jail and put on a 2-year treatment plan with his criminal record thrown out. However, prosecutors believe the case should remain in court, claiming that the doctor who diagnosed Patel for the prosecution found that he is suffering from schizoaffective disorder, not major depressive disorder with a psychotic feature. Those suffering from schizoaffective disorder usually exhibit a combination of schizophrenia symptoms such as hallucinations or delusions, along with a mood disorder such as depression or mania. A psychologist testified that Dharmesh Patel suffered from psychosis and had delusions about his children being kidnapped and molested before the crash. The psychologist also stated that these delusions appeared to have been sparked by the nation's fentanyl crisis and the war in Ukraine. Patel's wife, Nia, requested that the court spare her husband prison time and consider mental health treatment during a court hearing on May 2nd, stating, "I don't want to see Dharmesh prosecuted with any of his charges. I am pleading with the court to grant him his mental health division." She added that her husband never had an episode in the 25 years that she knew him and said, "We are not a family without him." Dharmesh Patel reportedly became emotional as he listened to his wife recall the crash and how their son asked, "When's Daddy coming home?" The wife furthered, "We need him in our lives, and it has been over 1.5 years since my children or I have seen or spoken to Dharmesh. We are not a family without him." Judge Susan Jakubowski will determine if Patel poses a threat to the public and if mental health contributed to his decision. Attorney General Michelle Henry announced that a Western Pennsylvania nurse will spend the rest of her life in prison without the possibility of parole for intentionally administering lethal doses of insulin to patients at numerous skilled nursing facilities. 41-year-old Heather Pressdee was given 3 consecutive life sentences along with an additional consecutive term of 380 to 760 years in prison. She is believed to have caused a minimum of 17 patient deaths across 5 health facilities located in 4 different counties from 2020 to 2023. Her victims ranged in age from 43 to 104. Presdee's colleagues spoke of the nurse's troubling behaviors and detailed that she would frequently show contempt toward her patients and make derogatory comments about them. Initially, the former nurse faced a potential death sentence. However, as part of a plea deal, she pled guilty to 3 murder charges and 19 counts of attempted murder. Presdee was initially accused in May 2023 for causing the deaths of 2 care home patients and injuring another. Subsequent probes into her past linked even more charges to her. Throughout the court proceedings, Presdee remained mostly silent. When pressed by one of her own lawyers about her guilty plea, the nurse coldly stated, "Because I am guilty." During the plea hearing, many of the victims' families presented impact statements where they accused the nurse of playing God. Even when met with harsh words, which sparked applause from spectators, Presdee did not engage with the speakers. One of the victim's family members stated, "She is not sick, she is not insane. She is evil personified." While another stated, "I looked into the face of Satan myself the morning she killed my father." Prosecutors claimed that the former nurse injected excessive insulin doses to 22 patients, including those who were not diabetic. Allegedly, these injections occurred during night shifts when there was little staff on duty. Many of the patients who received the excessive dose died soon after. After the initial charges were filed in May 2023, Presdee's nursing license was suspended. Court documents revealed text messages between Presdee and her mother during April 2022 and May 2023, which hinted at potential harm and where Presdee expressed frustration with her colleagues and patients. Court documents also revealed that Presdee had a spotty record as she had been disciplined for abusive behavior toward patients and or staff at each facility, resulting in her resigning or being terminated. Charges were filed in May and November 2023. Presdee has been incarcerated since her arrest in May 2023. A 10-month-old girl, Eleia Maria Torres, was abducted from a New Mexico park on Friday, May 3rd, where her mother and another woman were discovered dead. Investigators discovered the infant was missing after responding to a 911 call shortly before 4:30 p.m. regarding 2 women found dead at a park. The women were identified as Eleia's mother, Samantha Cisneros, and Taryn Allen, who were both 23 years old and were discovered on the ground near a minivan with apparent gunshot wounds. Eleia's 5-year-old sister was also found injured at the park, suffering from a gunshot wound to her head, and was rushed to a hospital where she is still currently at for treatment. At the scene, investigators discovered an infant car seat, stroller, and a small baby bottle, leading them to immediately begin searching for a young child. Through interviews conducted with family members, authorities learned that Samantha was the mother of the 5-year-old found at the scene and to a 10-month-old daughter. According to a press conference on Sunday, May 5th, the fathers of both children have been working with investigators to help solve the case, and the FBI is helping local police with the investigation. The Bureau announced Monday, May 6th, that Eleia Maria Torres was found safe and appears unharmed. According to WWMT News, the suspect, 26-year-old Alec Isaiah Collins, was arrested in Texas and charged with 2 counts of murder, 1 count of kidnapping, and 2 counts of child abuse. He could also face federal charges. It is also believed there were no connections between Collins and Samantha. A representative with the FBI stated, "We want to make sure this case is rock solid, and police are still asking anyone with information to call 575-763-9472 or 1-800-CALL-FBI. You can find these numbers in today's show notes. The case is still under investigation, and I will provide updates in future episodes. What do you think of these cases? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like and follow for more recent crime news and deep dive episodes from me. Also, check out my Patreon page to keep up with the latest happenings with the show. Thank you for listening and your support. Stay safe, and I will see you for the next episode. Bye.